It's gonna go, Seminole, with the Hudamista, he was from Paula, Flo, Chachikados, join with me by the one, the only, Jeremy Foltz. Yay! Mini balloons. Yay!
Stongo.
All right, well, we're back for another Tuesday Seminole Nation Radio Show. I didn't do a whole lot this weekend. What'd you do, Jeremy?
Oh, not too much. I was down at the grounds this weekend and trying to survive the rain, man.
Right.
It was raining, but you know what? Today is a new day. Mm-hmm. The flowers are blossoming. The tulips are out.
Right.
The bees are flying around still. Man, it's a good day.
It is a beautiful day. So, hello everyone, and welcome back
to the Seminole Nation radio program.
Yes, yay!
I'm your host, Flo Wise, alongside.
But yes, so we're gonna get right into today's show to tell you about the happenings and happenings of the Seminole Nation. So, starting us off will be the fourth Sunday church service dates. This Sunday will be July 20th, 2025. It is Hayuji. So, the churches having church meetings this weekend are Artisy, Beaver, BMO, Bird Creek, Buckeye Creek, Community IBC, Deep Fork, Halebi, Hickory Ground number 2, Little Casita, Miccosukee, Middle Creek number 2, Montezuma, Okfuskee, Pecan Grove, Sand Creek, Eufaula, Toma Jesse, and Wetumpka. And
Where'd you go on Sunday, Flo?
Rock Spring. Oh, I went to Weagofki. It was their communion.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, if you plan to, not invite, but if you plan to visit any of these churches, make sure you call ahead. They like to go visit in the afternoon, so make sure you call ahead and see if they're there or if there's somewhere else and join them. And did I say Rock Springs? Rock Spring. Sorry. Rock Spring. Yeah. Rock Spring will also be having their meeting. So, That's it for the church service dates.
And then every week we talk about the ones who started their journey, and this week is the same. You know, we want to remember those members of the community in your thoughts and in your prayers. And we do want to remember the Post Oak family. Unfortunately, Paul Post Oak passed away this last week, and so keep their family, Ricky, and them in your prayers, thoughts and prayers. And look like for Paul's wake service will be tonight from 5 to 7 at the Stout Phillips Funeral Home in Wewoka, and then funeral will be Thursday at 2 p.m. at Spring Baptist Church in Sasakwa, and they'll be having the burial at Post Oak Family Cemetery there in Sasakwa as well. So at this time, let's go ahead and pause for a moment of silence, and we'll be back shortly.
All right, Moto. All right, starting us off in government this past weekend was voting. So, the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma unofficial election results of the general election held Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Per code, the official results will be certified by the election board within 3 business days following the election. And looks like it's a runoff, huh?
Yep, looks like a runoff for both the chief and also assistant chief. And
so that means a runoff election will be held August 9th, 2025. Candidates vying for the office of chief are Louis J. Johnson and Sina Michelle Yeslith, and candidates for the office of assistant chief are Brian Thomas Palmer and Sheila Wandette Harjo. Absentee ballots will automatically be mailed out to those who requested a ballot in the general election. For those who did not request an absentee ballot in the general election, forms are available in the election board office and on the nation's website. The request must be completed and received by the election board office by close of business on July 18th.
That's Friday, y'all.
That's Friday.
This Friday.
The election board office is located in the new council house building at the Miccosukee Mission. Office hours are from 10 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and absentee ballots for the runoff election must be received by the post office no later than the last mail run on August 9th. Polling locations for the runoff election will be the same locations. So that's going to be places like Strother, Sasakwa. There was one in Shawnee, too, right?
Shawnee at the First Indian Baptist Church, and then Oklahoma City at Glorieta Baptist Church.
So if you plan to vote, go there. Again, once those precinct locations are going to be Sasakwa Community Building, Strother Community Building, the new council house, Glorieta Baptist Church in OKC, First Indian Baptist in Shawnee. The polls will open at 7 a.m. and will close at 7 p.m. August 9th. So voice out your vote that day.
That'll be a good one. And then also a press release from the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma is proud to announce the launch of its new small business program made possible by the U.S. Treasury State Small Business Credit Initiative. With an allocation of $4,139,833, the Seminole Nation will operate 3 key programs designed to provide critical credit support to all small businesses within the nation's service area, with a focus on helping tribal citizens access capital necessary to grow their business. And so the Seminole Nation is committed to fostering economic growth and empowerment for our people, said Chief Luce Johnson of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. The Seminole Nation Capital Fund reflects our ongoing dedication to assisting our citizens and communities overcome challenges in securing capital. By providing access to funding and resources, we are laying the groundwork for a more self-sufficient future for the Seminole Nation. And there's a full press release on the Facebook page and the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma website.
All right, and the next up from Community Health Rep, CHR, and Diabetes. As always, they're doing chair aerobics. You can register the day of or at Chifigny Wellness Center. It's every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at New Life Church in Wewoka. For more information, you can call them at 405-652-1167.
And then also just a quick note about the Chifigny Wellness Center this week. Due to the Figi camp, the Chifigny Wellness Center will be closed. If you have any questions, you can call 405-584-7941.
Jeremy, do you have an interesting story to tell? An accomplishment or local business shout out for the Chogadalemi or the Seminole Nation Radio? Tell Seminole Nation Media at SeminoleMedia@gmail.com for consideration in the next community spotlight.
Okay. Bueno.
Yay.
And also from the Food and Nutrition Program, a cooking demonstration has been rescheduled for Wednesday, July 23rd at the Food Distribution Program Kitchen at 1 p.m. This will be led by Teresa Jackson. For more information, you can contact 405-257-7236. And it says, join us. This is a hands-on cooking class. We make a recipe for you to taste and lead some basic stretching activities. Because you know what? You know what's hard to do, Flo?
What?
It's hard to bend over and put something in the oven when you're not even stretched out. So you need to make sure to stretch your back out a little bit before you can bend down and put something in the oven. And I know every time that I cook, I make sure I stretch before I do that.
Right, that's good.
I know. And
lifting pans is hard.
You know, some of them like them cast iron pans get real heavy sometimes, especially the more you season them. And so it's always a good thing to stretch a little bit before you pick up a pan.
Right. This is your weekly PSA from...
On stretching before you cook.
Right. Speaking of cooking, you won't have to do any cooking for your children this summer. From now until July 31st, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., receive 7 free breakfasts and lunches per child at the Seminole Nation Food and Nutrition Services at the Miccosukee Mission. For any questions, you can call them at 405-257-7236. This is a very good program they're doing, so make sure you get down there.
And there's only a couple weeks left, so you
Mhm.
got the remainder of this week and then the next 2 weeks, and then I think it'll be over. And so if you're trying to make sure your kids stay fed before school starts, go get a couple boxes over there.
Right.
All right. And then also from the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Gaming, the Seminole Nation Day. Oh, we're starting to talk about Nation Days, Florence.
Are we already?
Seminole Nation Days Golf Tournament Flyer. This will be for a 4-man scramble located at the Jimmy Austin Golf Course in Seminole, Oklahoma. This will be Friday, September 19th. Registration from 8 a.m. and then a shotgun start at 9 a.m. The first place in Flight A will get $3,000. Second place, $2,000. First place in B Flight, $1,600. And then second place in B Flight, $1,000. They are looking for sponsorships and entry forms, and so you should be able to find these on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Facebook page. But then there's also some contests, men and women's closest to the pin. You win a premium branded wedge, a men's long drive, you get a driver, women's long drive, and then a hole-in-one. And Florence, do you know what that purse is on that hole-in-one?
Is that just when they hit it? What is a purse?
The prize. What do you win?
Oh, $5,000.
$5,000.
Woo, 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 woo.
I've never hit a hole-in-one in my life. I've gotten pretty close in the par 3 at Traditions Golf Course.
Mhm.
That golf course isn't there, so you can't verify that. But just take my word for it. I
believe
almost
you.
did it.
I think everybody almost wins at something, you know. Alrighty. Next up, from Seminole Nation Head Start and Early Head Start. They are now accepting applications. Free Head Start and Early Head Start services for income-eligible tribal and non-tribal children ages 6 weeks to 5 years of age. They offer educational services to children with special needs, kindergarten readiness, nutritious snacks and meals, social services and home visits, health and developmental screenings, and pregnant mothers program. So enroll now. You can contact Addie McGill at 405-652-7092.
All right, and then also from the Higher Education Department, if you can't make it during regular business hours, no worries. They offer extended hours for the fall semester coming up next week, July 22nd, July 24th, August 12th, August 14th, and then September 9th and 10th. Open from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. each of those nights. For more information, you can contact 405-241-6801.
All right, and then also the fall 2025 scholarship application is now open. You can complete and submit all of that online. Necessary documents is a complete application, verification of enrollment, official transcript, schedule, CDIB, and tribal membership card. Applicants do not have to live within reservation boundaries. And you can find that application on the website at www. Oh, I forgot the email. I forgot our website.
SNO-NSN.gov.
Yay! Also, from Seminole Nation Higher Education, student workstations are now available. Services are available to Seminole Nation tribal members attending college. You can get assistance completing tribal scholarship applications and other applications for outside funding sources, assistance completing college applications, printing out necessary school documents, and assistance with writing essays.
All right, then also the Seminole Nation Higher Ed BIA Scholarship funding assistance for fall and spring semesters. And so if you're still trying to figure out or trying to fill out the scholarship education form, you can always ask for help from the higher ed department. Again, that phone number 405-241-6801.
All right, and then next up, or do you think they still have openings?
I talked with Mary a couple days ago, and they only had one or two openings left. So the Adoa Inc., which is a company, is hosting a STEM Camp 2025. And so this takes place August 11th through the 15th in Orlando, Florida. And it's open to Native youth from 15 to 21 years of age. Expenses paid. There are 19 spots originally available. I think they've got most of those filled, but they're looking for a couple more. And so I would give them a phone call for more information. Call Mary Cruz, 405-652-7695. And do you know what some of the cool things that they're doing?
What?
So one of the days they're going to Universal Studios Hollywood. It's called the Rip Ride Rocket Science STEM program. And then one of those days they're going to the Kennedy Space Center, which they're, I guess, partaking in the private astronaut training experience.
Right.
And then the bioluminescence tour in Cocoa Beach, Florida.
What?
Do you know what the bioluminescence tour is?
No.
So it's this algae that glows in the dark. And so you can see it when it's dark, and it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So if your kids sound like they might be interested in that, again, the ages will be from 15 to 21. The only thing, it's the week of August the 11th through the 15th. So I think for a lot of folks, it's the first week of school. And so might keep that in mind, but I think there's only a couple spots left.
Alrighty. Next up, from Seminole Nation, ARPA Clothing Program. It is now open, and they are accepting applications from now till September 30th. You must be a Seminole Nation tribal member. It'll be a $200 clothing Visa card for each member. This will be for pre-K, which is 4 years through 12th grade. In order to make the process faster, please ensure all information on the application is complete. This includes the full social security number and the last 6 digits of the clothing card. Incomplete applications will not be processed and will be returned. Disbursements are based on availability of funds, so make sure you get all that paperwork in. For more information, you can contact 405-257-7200 with the extension 9827.
All right, and then fluent speakers. You want to help us translate words? Like we might be looking for a word for, like, let's say elephant, like Yobalawagi. Help us translate some words like that. Be a part of our 5-year book project that helps supply Seminole books to our child care and Head Start libraries and libraries across the community. You can call the language program for questions, 405-562-5567.
Jeremy, do you remember the word for donkey?
Donkey?
You were talking about elephant, so that made me... I don't know if I've asked you that yet or not.
Donkey. Githox. What is it?
It's... I don't even remember. I almost said Yubby Faga, but I think that's a deer, isn't it? Or like a moose?
Yubby Faga is the...
Like the... That's the antlers, isn't it?
Mhm.
I guess we'll never know.
Donkey.
See, we don't know things.
Yeah.
So come and help us
Thakabega
out.
Haya?
Yes, yay! Right. Mado. And that's your word of the day from language program. Coming up. Also, this Friday at 2 p.m. I know we sent out some flyers, sent out some emails, called some folks, mailed some flyers. But if you didn't know, we're having a Muskogee Benugget Ito Golgita this Friday at 2 p.m. at the Mississippi Mission OAP. This is an event geared around our first language speakers and just providing them a space so they can talk to each other and we can listen to them talk, I guess. But it'll be a good time for food, visiting, and just celebrating our first language speakers. So if you are a speaker or you know somebody or just want to come in and listen, it'll be this Friday, 2 p.m. At the OAP. There is limited seating, and we want to make sure we have food for everybody. So please, please, please RSVP and call us to let us know that you're coming. It's going to be, that number is going to be 405-562-5567.
And I think it's important to also reiterate, there will be different seats available for our speakers, and people that don't speak. So our first language speakers will be having them sit together, so that way we can all listen to them, and then all the second language learners and people that don't speak the language will have them sitting kind of around the building, right?
Right. Yeah. It's not a class, so again, it's just a day to, I guess, honor our speakers and just really allow them to have that space to speak.
Yep.
So, once again, that's 405-562-5567.
All right, and then the Seminole Nation Light Horse is hiring certified officers with a $5,000 sign-on bonus. So if you can't hit a hole-in-one,
Right.
you might be able to sign up for Light Horse and get that $5,000 that way.
A win's a win.
Apply at Seminole Nation of Oklahoma website, which is sno-nsn.gov, and you can view some of the requirements and benefits, and that include like holiday pay, insurance, uniform and equipment provided, a take-home patrol unit, and paid overtime.
Nice. All right, and then coming up from the Princess Closet, Seminole Nation Princess Committee is looking for patchwork dresses, patchwork skirts, ribbon skirts, or material in all shapes and sizes to be added to a closet that current and future Seminole princesses would wear during their reign. All donations will be kept with the committee and will stay for future reigns to share. Anything will help. Please contact Seminole Nation Princess Committee Secretary Jessica Helms at 405-683-0033 to donate and for more information.
And you know, Florence, it's my favorite time of the radio show.
Hit the music, Bo.
When we talk about the Older American program located at the beautiful Miccosukee Mission. And it's open and serving meals daily, Monday through Friday, from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And so if you're 55 and older, you go out there and get you a free meal. But everyone else, listen here. If you're 54 and under, you can still purchase a meal tray for $7 cash only.
How much?
$7.
Wow.
And
is it the best meal?
It is one of the best valued meals on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Reservation. And Florence, let me tell you what. Today is Taco Tuesday. They're having some rice and some beans. But tomorrow, we take a flight over to Europe, because then we're having Italian chicken, scalloped potatoes, and veggies. And then from there, we go up north.
Right.
Towards like New York, because we're having northern beans with ham, rice, and cornbread. And then Friday, we bring it back home with some sloppy joes, fries, pickles, and a brownie.
That sounds great.
And again, only $7 cash if you're 54 and under. But if you're over 55 or 55 and over, it's on the house.
Muddo, OAP. All right. Next up, Lie Heap. Having good meals like that will have you sweating. So make sure you apply to Lie Heap's cooling assistance. This began June 23rd and will go until, I'm assuming, until it runs out, right?
Yep.
So a couple of those eligibility requirements for this assistance. You must be enrolled in a federally recognized tribe, must reside in our service area of Seminole County, and you must have copies of tribal enrollment, CDIB, Social Security, and for everyone in the household, and proof of income for those 18 years or older in the household. So if you have any questions about all those requirements or how to sign up, you can contact them at 405-786-5025.
All right, and congratulations to Jaden Roberts, who is Creek and Seminole, who will continue her softball career at Oklahoma Wesleyan University in Bartlesville. She previously played 2 years at Coffeyville Community College.
Right, and Hithi to Serenity Jockaway, Kaylin Vasquez, and Team Anuchki, who were the winners of the 73rd Annual Women's All-Native State Bass Pitch Tournament this weekend in Oklahoma. Serenity Jockaway was named Tournament MVP.
Ooh, and Serenity is also a pitcher for UTEP, Texas El Paso in the house.
Woohoo!
All right, and then also some community news every Tuesday starting tonight from 6:30 to 8:30. Muskogee, Obanega, Mahia, Mr. Joe Kuhn at the Cromwell Indian Community Center at 417 North I don't know why we needed to say the address for a building in Cromwell. You can't miss
by
it.
the tree.
Can't miss it. I love all my folks in Cromwell, but it's just it's on the west side of the road. We'll just say that. But absolutely everyone is welcome, and so make sure you get out there. And last I heard from Joe, he was kind of sickly, but I guess he's doing better to have the class tonight. So it'll be a good one. And then last thing on the agenda, birthdays, Florence.
All right, happy birthday to Misty Bender, Kira Bates, Jasmine Alexander, Yehola Wind, Emily Underwood, Michael Wind, Raylan Colonel, Angela Marshall. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay.
She deserves to be on there
another
twice.
Happy birthday. All right. Yvette Yehola, Charlie Factor, Regina Hulata, and Walter Roberts Jr., which is your uncle?
Walter Roberts, Uncle Zully, Jeffco Yehola, or Gufko Yehola.
Right. Well, that's Yvette.
That's is that it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, Toby Gouge, Kazina Maupin, and Mark Smith, pastor of Middle Creek Number 1.
Dang, I got a bunch of cousins having birthdays this week.
Happy birthday, y'all. All right. Well, that's it for today on this beautiful Tuesday. So, you can catch the rebroadcast of this radio show on the Facebook page, YouTube, and the tribal website, sno-innocent.gov, for the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma every Wednesday around 8 p.m. If you have news or announcements you want to share on the Community Events Facebook page, please email the communications staff at seminolemedia@gmail.com or call 405-652-7251. And as always, tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. right here on KWSH 97.7 FM or the legendary 1260 AM, and streaming live on kwshradio.com worldwide. We will see you next week. Mado.